Hi everyone, I'm T.A.R.A. Shannon, and this is T.A.R.A. Talks, and we're back with Dr. Darrell Menard from Russell, Ontario, our well-loved family doctor here and sports medicine specialist.
The interesting thing is you cut yourself, and you said, I'm not doing anything to heal this, my body's doing it.
Right.
When you come, let's say your cut is really, really big, okay? I'm not doing anything to heal it either. I'm just putting the edges together, and then your body heals yourself. So I'm just it's a lot slower and harder and uglier healing if your cut is this far apart. I'm just making it a little easier for you to do.
It's facilitating. It's almost like, it's facilitating, and we can do that for one another to help each other heal in all kinds of ways. And when it gets more complex, then like if that cut gets a bacteria in it, it gets infected, we need intervention because your body needs help to do that battle. And this shift of this, this new age, whatever wellness, whatever language you want to put on it with alternative medicine, that if we, at the end of this, we get to a place of balance, right? Where we understand that we can trigger our own healing. And then every care person you bring into your life that is more knowledgeable is facilitating that healing. And it's based in that partnership and working together.
I have patients who, they do some, I didn't like this, whatever they did, I didn't recommend it, and I didn't even offer it, and I did because I didn't know about it. And so they say, let's pretend they say, I'm putting Vaseline on my forehead every night before I go to bed, and I'm not getting a migraine headache in the morning anymore. And so I could look at them and say, well, that's just crazy, because Vaseline isn't going to penetrate through your skin and affect the functioning of your brain to not give you a headache, which is really discrediting what they're telling you. The second sort of thing I look at is this Vaseline harmful? So she says, I'm putting toxic nuclear waste on my forehead every night, and you can see this burn mark where she's starting to rot through her flesh. You kind of go, okay, well, she's harming herself by doing this, and I can't think of any credible mechanism by which this should work. So when I look at those that way and I say, listen, if you want to put Vaseline on your forehead, I don't know why this is working, but if it's working for you, it's not harming you in any way, keep doing it, because it's doing something. There's a very powerful thing that physicians sometimes forget to use, and it's called placebo. And we do it all the time. Some of the things that we do to people, there's no scientific evidence that it works. Like they go, we do this all the time. There is no evidence that this works. We can't think of a mechanism, but we know it works in 60% of people. So that could be placebo. And placebo is really powerful. A lot of that comes down to attitude, like this internal positivity. I meet some people, you can throw them on the ground and beat the crap out of them, and they get back up and they go, I feel a little bit here, And other people get a hangnail and they're in there and they go, oh, I can't live. Take me now, Lord. I'm coming, John, to join you. And the people that you beat the crap out of, who come up and say, I got a little bruise, they do well all the time because they just have this attitude of, I can heal this, I can deal with this, like you were talking about. And these other people, they really struggle because I'm not sure, if they have the same attitude about, I can heal myself, I can take care of this. So
yeah, I think one of the things, I know you do this exceptionally well because you make time, but it takes time to build trust in that relationship. So, and it goes both ways, so when you have like, I'm probably more the person that you can beat up, although I do have the hangnail moments where I'm like, oh, Diva. But if I trust my care person and they're like, you're being ridiculous, right, which you have said to me before, and I trust you, so I will take those words in and it will facilitate my healing. So, but it's almost like in today's model of healthcare, there's not enough time built in for that trust to build that relationship. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. I say this to people all the time. There is absolutely no money to be made in talking to patients. None. If you come into my office and you say, I'm concerned about this, and I go, that is not a cancer, that's a freckle. Cha-ching, cha-ching, next. And I do that all day long. People come in and I say, freckle, 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 freckle. And I can do that one person every minute. I like to bring people in and show them their x-rays if they have if they warrant it, okay? If there's a lot of change. When they see their x-ray, they go, oh, now I understand why my knee hurts so much. And you go, yeah. So they leave and they go, I've got it here. It's not like you have a bad knee, trust me. And so I think that education part, I like educating. I like being an educator. I enjoy teaching students, but in teaching patients, that's a very important part. And if you can be more knowledgeable about what's going on in you, then when you get that little twinge in your shoulder, you go, no, I'm not worried about that. You know, the doc said that's just going to happen every now and then. It doesn't mean anything, and you walk on and you have a great evening, and tomorrow it's not there, and you go. So you can actually manage your own symptoms as opposed to going, oh God, it's coming back, you know. And
I'm T.A.R.A. Shannon. This has been T.A.R.A. Talks. Thanks for watching.